Hey, hello and welcome everyone. I am duckyobrien and I'm back with the webcam. Today I'll be covering Ghostpia Season 1. It was developed by Chosuido. I hope I said that right. Published by Room 6 and Yokaze. It was released onto the Switch and PC on August 22nd, 2023 with the MSRP of $19.99 US dollars. As always, the specific release date, pricing, and platforms may vary from region to region and platform to platform. Alright, this is pretty interesting. I think I got offered this game on keymailer and I was like, or did I request it? I don't remember, but I was like, wow, this game looks cool. I went in knowing nothing. It is essentially a visual novel. You don't really play anything, you just read the text. It's backed by gorgeous artwork and some of it is animated. So yeah, let's get into it. I'm gonna play a little bit of episode 1. Each episode is roughly like an hour long. And I am enjoying it. The main character is a little bit too much of a edgelord. It's a little too emo for me, where it's like, kind of like, it's just like, not relatable for me. But yeah, I really like it so far. I like the artwork. The story is interesting enough. Like, there's a little bit of mystery, a little bit of intrigue. There's a surprising amount of violence in this. People die. Now, they come back because they're not really humans, they're ghosts. Just people who can't die. Anyways, why don't we get into it? It's been a long journey. It's dark by the time I get out of the station. A cold breeze blows and I suddenly want to go home. This is a ghost town. It's certainly lonely enough to have earned that name. Despite my reluctance, I quickly remember why I came here. Sorry, when I start reading, I start doing voices for no reason. To fulfill her wish. It's a promise I have to keep, I whispered to myself. I've come to see you. The music's pretty good too. Spin my dream to dream. Oh. I didn't want to hide the text, I wanted to hide the menu, but alright. I want to dream, I want to escape from reality and go elsewhere, but no matter how much I sleep, the world of dreams just won't welcome me. Have I ever even had a dream? I listened to Green Day all day. I'm not quite sure myself. And thus, I'm on the precipice of awakening. My body slowly floats up from the darkness of dreamless sleep, reminding me that I do have a body, and I'm not just part of the puddle of dream goo. But I want to sleep longer. I grab a hold of sleep's tail and try to sink myself back into the goo. When I let out a yawn and opened my eyelids, I recognized the sound of a ringing phone, so that's what woke me up. That trifling realization sends sparks flying within my brain, instantly casting aside my drowsiness. I've woken up once again. My heart feels cold, heavy, as if someone had poured icy water into the empty hole in my chest. That's what I mean. It's a little too much for me, but you know what? It's okay. The air is hurried and restless, but also somehow satisfied and overflowing with hope. And then my heart gets another degree colder. Let's go. I quickly grab a change of clothes, put on my coat, and head to the door. The door leading out of my one-room apartment. I wince at the cold sensation of the metal doorknob when I turn it. Once I walk through the hall and down the stairs, the door there leads outside. It's the same out. Oh, whoops! Let's rewind. My keyboard is it's very squishy. Okay. There aren't many tall buildings. What does stand out though is a cylinder thrusting forth from the middle of town, as well as the peculiar silhouette of a church in the distance that almost looks like it's got an onion on top. In any case, I got the feeling that this isn't the place where I belong. This is a ghost town. Someone decided it'd be called that. Or rather, that's all anyone ever called it. This is a ghost town after all. There's not much else here, so if you're not gonna name the town after its inhabitants, what else are you gonna call it? It's ghosts that live here, or rather, that's all anyone's ever called them. I think that's the only thing they're comfortable calling themselves, since they live forever and are active at night. They really are ghost-like in that sense, but I guess since the like part is off-putting, they've settled on just straight up calling themselves ghosts. Naturally, I'm a ghost myself. As dawn breaks and the ghosts go home, I head out into the ghost town. The sunlight hurts them. Like a true emo. Can only live in darkness. Take a step forward and get confused. Why was I sounding so gloomy? It's cause you're emo. Look at this beautiful artwork though. I read at a decent speed, so if I was playing this game on stream, you might... It was not really good for streaming in that I'm just like pressing a button, going through text. It might be a little bit too quick for people to catch up on, but I didn't feel like reading everything because, you know, I'm lazy. Okay. They have that as a voice, by the way, and I'm okay with this because I always say bad voice acting is worse than no voice acting. So if you can't afford good voice actors, just don't have any. Because I played so many games where they had bad, terrible voice acting and it ruins the game. Like it's unbearable. Someone who currently doesn't have friends. What are friends? Drink some tea. Yes, that is a rocket. Or a missile. I think they're technically different, but... So, there's some things that are strange. For starters, the name of all the town's ghosts are etched onto the missile, which is weird too. And another thing is there are exactly 1,024 inhabitants in the town. Now, that's a little weird in that it's a power of 2 and usually used in computing. So I'm like, are they all like, you know, are they in a computer? Like, I don't know what's going on. But yeah. I, I don't know why they're so awkward right now. Like, anyways, they used to be friends and then they fell apart, but they don't really explain what happened because no one could remember. So that's why it's a little bit awkward between the two of them. Try to run fast, but my body just doesn't feel like it. I keep tripping and almost cry every time, but before I realize it, I'm back home. When I close the door behind me, I finally snap out of it. I can almost feel the wind blowing through my stomach. Now that I think about it, I haven't eaten anything in a long time. Well, it's not like I'm gonna die or anything. When I toss my coat off by the door, it starts melting from the bottom hem up. Like when an orange peel eats through a piece of styrofoam. It bubbles, melts, and forms droplets. That's really weird. I haven't done that. Okay. So sunlight, melts everything they have, but it's better once they sleep it off. Yeah, she might have lost part of her leg muscles. Interesting. If they do die, they respawn back in the garbage heap, so... To sleep is to temporarily lend your body to the darkness of slumber. Okay. Pain is the only way I know I'm alive anymore. This pain compares not to the pain I have inside. I'm sorry. Okay. Did a teardrop fall into my pillow, or was it just my imagination? So she has these dreams of things that are going to happen, or might have already happened. It's very confusing whether or not this is like a flashback, or is time repeating itself. I'm not entirely sure, so I'm looking forward to the ending. So I'm just gonna skip through this. It's a dream of a train coming into town. Welcome. What's even going on? Foreshadowing? Is it from the past? We don't know. When I open the door, I see a ghost standing in the common area of the apartment hallway. Is she a grown-up child or a childish adult? By appearances, she could go either way, but if you ask me, I know she's the former. I think she's beautiful. Yoo-hoo. Even as she starts talking, she doesn't stop filing her nails. She's number 2 on my list of people I'd rather not see right now. It's not obvious. Number 1 on the list is a redheaded girl, the ghost named Anya. When I hear her somewhat friendly tone, it takes everything I have to keep my mind from unraveling. Pacifica's very smart. I get the feeling that all of this was part of those girls' plans to get to me. Those two know me. Probably have for far longer than I've known them. I know I can't oppose her, but I know I just can't just not oppose her either. A new ghost has arrived. The reason why this is a big deal is that the town always has 1,024 ghosts, and they don't get new ghosts or ghosts don't leave. So this is a strange occurrence. I feel guilty thinking there's nothing about me that deserves a smile like that. Okay. It's a little too much. It's a little heavy-handed for me. I don't know. Yeah. Like I relate to some of the thematic elements, but like when it's too much, like I feel like it probably appeals more to adolescents. Cause it's kind of like the attitude where it's like, oh, I'm the only one that's going through this stuff. Everyone in the world is fine, but it's just me. I'm living in darkness every day, you know. Meanwhile, when you're an adult, those feelings don't go away. But you're like, I gotta pay the bills. I gotta work. I can't be down, you know. You realize everyone else is suffering too, so it's not just you. Where anyways. Ninja manners. They call her a ninja because they think she's a ninja. Instant coffee, biscuits. My goodness. As I boil the water, I listen to Pacifica scold me, saying that I should take better care of myself and that it's not a matter of living or dying. And soon enough, 2 cups of coffee are ready. She unseals the biscuit tin with a tug of the pull tab. Seems like a fairly decent meal to me. See, town doesn't get new ghosts. Music's pretty cheery. 1024, the power of 2. A second later, my chest feels somewhat warm, somewhat numb. In one word, I feel fidgety. The church, the town's biggest congregation of ghosts, it also serves as a peacekeeping organization. Headed by a priest, they do policing and politics. And thus the priest is more like the town mayor. Very few ghosts know what goes on in the church, but Pacifica's a pretty influential ghost as far as they go, so I guess she's got that information from an inside source. Some sort of mysterious organization. The priest feels like a villain. Again, there's some sort of pent-up resentment for a valid reason, but she can't remember because of amnesia. Those guys are poop. They call everything poop. Ha 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 ha. Sorry, the two of us laugh like two boys in uniform merrymaking while oozing with pure, unadulterated youth. Youth, that's not exactly a word that I can relate to. Same, I'm getting old. Okay. Thank you, I'm so happy. I sniff, sob, wah. When Pacifica hugs me tight, my body stiffens. There's nothing I can do. I figured I needed some sort of opportunity to do this. It's the same way milk changes after its expiration date. Now you're cheese. Haha. I'm sorry. So again, there's just some sort of rift that happened between them. They kind of hint back at what happened. I'm not gonna say anything because I don't want to spoil it, because, you know, this is all there is. Once you've seen this, you've seen it. After all, I have no idea how I can ever repay someone who makes me feel this happy. If I get too comfortable taking advantage of her kindness, she may start to hate me. And I don't want her to hate me. Cut my life into pieces. This is my last resort. Okay. So he's like, you stinky girl. When was the last time you showered? I pooped out. So they always say 100 years, 9,999 years, because no one has the concept of time. Because everyone's immortal, so it's all relative, like tomorrow, day after tomorrow. It's like happens in the halfway point. It's almost dawn. I don't think I've gone outside around that time before. Delicious. Just as how a skipping stone makes ripples in a still pond. Our footsteps and Pacifica's laughter break the silence. I'm excited. We take one turn off of Main Street and reach a workshop garage. Anna looks at us as she sits on a garbage can placed in front of the closed shutters, swinging her legs around. The two of us laugh when we see Anya's confused face. I feel like this is... I think the developers are Japanese, because the concept of using formal language for people who are older than you, it's not in all cultures. Definitely in Asian cultures though, like there's a literal formal form of words that you use when addressing elders. This is how things usually go. Though something special is waiting just around the corner, that doesn't mean things will suddenly change between us. Well, whatever, I'm tired, so let's get down to business. The way her eyes light up with confidence already spoils the answer to that question. I grab Anya by the shoulder when I say that. We have both lost our cool. Anya chuckles to herself and pulls a remote out of her pocket. Time for the big reveal. The shutters open, revealing a large box-shaped silhouette inside the dark garage. There it is, our hope, our first weapon. This one's for the books. A squarish armored vehicle, at least that's what it probably is. Wow, that's amazing. We walked inside the large spacious garage storing the armored vehicle and pat its frame. I'm not a car person, but I can tell that it's a reliable machine. The armor looks like it could deflect a few bullets, and the big fat tires look like they can handle any terrain. There's even 6 of them. I doubt you can get anywhere in the snow desert surrounding the city without something like this. Our goal, or rather our dream I suppose, is to leave this city. Or to be more accurate, is to head to my home country, which may or may not be on the other side. My friends and I have been working day in and day out towards that goal. Anya lies down on the hard concrete garage floor. I look outside the window. Sure enough, the sun's almost fully risen. Ghosts always get sleepy in the morning. They can barely stay awake up until early morning, but even that's cutting it close. Pacifica lies down next to the already half-asleep Anya and curls up. They look so comfortable, it makes me want to lie down next to them too, but there's something I have to do before that. I get the garage shutter remote, and I also pick up a thick black blanket. I can't read. Then Anya must have gotten ready for this little sleepover. It's not like ghosts can catch colds, but they do feel cold. And even though they're wearing coats, the floor is likely to grow cold. I press the button on the remote and the shutter shuts with a rattle. I lie down on the concrete floor and loosely spread out the blanket. See, Anya. A dream like that's more like a pipe dream. With that last thought, I sink deep down into the ocean of sleep. Conglomerationality. Okay. So that was an obvious flashback. They were much closer. So I don't know why, but the villagers are afraid of the main character. So if you remember in the flashback, the train station was built. Now it's in ruins. And there's Anya. And then she has a lamp that follows her around. It's a little bit above her head. It doesn't really... This part, now that I went into the story, I feel like it feels a little, feels a little awkward compared to like what happened. But I guess it'll make sense once I see the ending. So the reason why they're going to the garbage dump is that in this ghost town, everything ends up in the garbage heap. So if you don't look at it or use something, it just disappears and it ends up in the garbage heap. Even if you eat like a can of biscuits, it'll just come back the next day or whenever in the garbage heap, and that's where they take that stuff and then sell it back to the ghost. So I don't know where the money comes from. It doesn't really make sense, but it's just like this idea of everything returning to the garbage and then you taking from the garbage to use. So using this light and it's super bright now. So the whole reason why they're going to the garbage dump is the church kind of has political power, and you know, if they associate with these people, it may backfire socially for the shops and anyone involved, so... Right, what she said right there. Who cares, rude? Okay. The 9,909 years, because they don't know how much time passed. It's like a common saying. First, it's reassuring to know that my presence doesn't immediately ruin the mood. The second, it's reassuring to know that I'm not the only one who lacks a sense of time. Snap back to reality. Mom spaghetti. So anyone can collect garbage. It's where everything is, you know. Exactly, so when things are forgotten, they disappear. So there's a scene later on where the priest guy keeps a lot of money for the residents, and he has people look at the money every once in a while so it doesn't disappear. So if ghosts don't use something or forget about it, it just disappears and ends up in the dumpster, and then people go to the dumpster to find stuff they need. There are people who collect garbage and then sell it to merchants so they can sell it back to the people. Canfish at my feet. Everything cycles back around to this garbage dump. The can of biscuits we just ate is probably back here too, biscuits and all. All the shops Pacifica mentioned collect items from the garbage dump to process and resell. Ghosts rummage through this garbage dump and live modest lives based on their needs, just as they always have and probably how they always will too. Yes. Actually, I kinda wanna go to a garbage dump. I would need like a really strong suit so I don't get, you know, if there's like a needle or a sharp edge, it punctures skin and you can get infected. But maybe there might be toxic chemicals or metals too. But I kind of want to go to the garbage dump and see what I can find. Uh-oh, she's fallen. Grip her hand tight and place my feet on solid ground. I keep holding her hand until my eyes get used to the dark. It looks so goofy. You don't have to say it twice. I may have ticked Anya off again. My hands are sweating like crazy. The fallen garbage reveals what was hidden underneath. Jutting out of the pile of garbage is a rusty station wagon. There's no way this is stable footing. Only now does Anya look me in the eyes, as if peering into them. Her green eyes glow gently, like beautiful emeralds. Her hand starts to feel warm, though I guess it was always warm, and I'm only now noticing it. I relax just a little bit. It looks so goofy. There's some humor in this too. What car? With one careless word I extinguish that light. The warmth in my hand quickly fades. Though that shouldn't be a surprise since she has shaken off my hand, exposing its damp surface to the cold air. Don't you remember? I am flustered, so flustered I get dizzy. I frantically search through my memories for what I should know, for what I shouldn't ever forget. Of course I'm me. I haven't changed. I'm me, I think. But am I really? There's no way that I can't be me, right? But for some reason, I'm not so confident. I'd be confident if I had something to prove my own identity, right? It's no use, my thoughts keep spilling out like snowy sand. She's definitely cheese, Pacifica gives off a somewhat exaggerated laugh as if to say, well, she did smell like spoiled milk. If Pacifica didn't come to my rescue there, I probably would have kept on panicking forever. I regained enough sense to avoid talking about what happened in the end. I was able to remember. I guess memories are no exception to the rule. Everything forgotten returns to this garbage dump, perhaps even forgotten memories. Pacifica points to the ever-expansive snow desert. The garbage pile is pretty high, so you can see far into the distance from here. I guess we're not gonna touch the topic of what happened afterwards after all, though I guess that's for the best. I'm just gonna spoil it, none of them remember. You find out later, I'm guessing in chapter 4 or 5, so... The snowy desert softly sparkles as it reflects the town's light. We all look at it silently. So about the new girl, Pacifica breaks the silence. She sounds somewhat sad, but not reluctant. Lonely, yes, that's the word. That's how I describe the look on her face. Anya speaks up as if to assuage her concerns. Wait, is it assuage or assuage? How do you pronounce that word? I'm not very good at pronunciation. She's got a similar look on her face. It makes me worry if I should too. There's still plenty of time before dawn. We all just sit down and gaze across the desert for a while. I can't peel my eyes off the black and white horizon. It's almost spellbinding. Maybe we're on an island. A small island in the middle of a white snow desert sea. Help isn't coming. Because beyond the sea, civilization had already fallen. Tee-hee. I smile at the strange thought, a smile of relief, even though the thought isn't relieving at all. I can sense Pacifica smiling, and eventually Anya smiles too, as if unable to handle the peer pressure. I guess it's obvious that I'm smiling, but it doesn't feel bad at all. I try to play it cool and keep staring out across the sea. The other two watch as well. It's a beautiful night. We may be sitting in piles of garbage, but it feels like a beautiful night nonetheless. Maybe our friends were the real garbage. Wait, what? It's not what I meant to say. That meme. Anyways. The real garbage were the friends we made along the way. There you go, that's what I meant. The cold sensation passes down my throat. I let out another sigh. I'm too tired to even feel tired. I'm so tired of thinking, I don't even want to think about being tired of thinking. That's how pathetic I feel. We were able to pick up all sorts of party goods, load them into a bike trailer we found lying there, and carry them off to Pacifica's place. Pacifica wanted to take home a small stylish sofa, but got into a little argument with Anya, when Anya said it was out of the question. The following is Sayoko's attempts of recalling her memories. The red-headed girl steps on the gas. The car starts. An angry man in priest robes glares at the car from behind. I'm kinda getting excited. Me too. The girl with blonde hair and the girl nuzzles their faces against each other. They're very close with each other. In any case, look, the town's... something. Another memory. In the middle of the snow desert, 3 girls. Why did something who... Sayoko, behind you. Why would... Gunshot. Am I next? Sorry, but you gotta... What is that? Gunshot. Yet another memory, an awfully vague one. The black-haired girl arrives in the middle of the plaza, dragging 2 corpses behind her. The corpses of the blonde girl and the red-headed girl. Someone, help! Please help them! A crowd gathers in the blink of an eye. Brawny men surround the black-haired girl. The red-headed girl and the blonde girl arrive on the scene, perhaps having revived at the garbage dump. The crowd makes way. The red-headed girl vomits, the blonde girl pats her on the back and breaks down crying. The corpses wither away without a sound. They mummify and fast forward, leaving nothing but bones. The man lunges at the black-haired girl. End of memory. The plaza is covered in the blood of ghosts. That's apparently what happens to ghosts when they die. Their fleeting corpses quickly begin to wither away. They go cold from the head down. I can't believe the beast-like roar coming out of my own mouth. If I try to keep it in check, the rough breathing keeps spilling out. It irritates me. In retaliation, I trample on one of the broken neck corpses at my feet. The barely intact neck makes a nice squishing sound when I stomp through it onto the ground. I look up to see Pacifica and Anya staring blankly at me. Their eyes are empty, as if they're not even looking at anything. My mind is completely blank, but I do know that I've lost everything. I try to escape. It must be lonely. See, a little bit of a cliffhanger. You're like, what happened? Some mystery? End of episode 1. Music's so good. Okay. So there's I think 5 episodes. I don't know if it goes down, but each episode is roughly an hour. Kind of ends on a cliffhanger every time. Not necessarily, but like you want to find out more. So every episode is like a separate story arc, and there's also hints tying back to like what the mystery is. It's a pretty good format. I really like the animation, the art style. I like the music. The story is pretty okay. I'll reserve judgment for when I finish it, but I showed you guys episode 1. Maybe it'll be appealing to you, maybe it won't. But yeah, there is no gameplay, you just read it. So it's all a narrative. And I'm liking it pretty well so far. The ending might make it or break it for me, but so far it's pretty good. Once again, the game is Ghostpia Season 1. It's out for Switch and PC, and it's $20. As always, the exact release date, pricing, and platforms may vary from region to region and platform to platform. I say that because Switch games are usually a little bit more expensive, like anywhere from $2 to $5. And also games release usually a day earlier on PlayStation, if there is a PlayStation release. And also if it's a re-release on PC, it might have come out on Switch like months ago. Or consoles months ago, so I try to be accurate with the information. Sometimes it's hard to get it 100% right, because in some regions it might release earlier, it might release later, it may never release. It's hard to get that. I mean, I know video games are a global industry now, so you know, I try my best. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed this. It's a little bit hard to capture because it's mostly reading, and I do read. Again, I'm not bragging or anything, I read fairly quickly, so I wanted to zoom across it, but then no one else can catch up. So hopefully I went slow enough for you guys to keep up. And I did try to read most of it, but there you go. I tried to explain what was happening, try to give a little bit of a sneak peek into future episodes. But yeah, I'm having fun with this so far. Alright, that's gonna be it. Thank you for watching, I do appreciate it. And yeah, I have fun making this. I enjoy this game, so I like recording it. I like chatting with myself, you know. I like doing this. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. But yeah, if you want to see any type of different content, let me know. I'll be more than happy to experiment and try different formats. But I think games coverage is something I'm always gonna do. I might take long breaks because I do get burned out. But it's just something I always come back to. Just playing games and recording it. I also like the more cerebral part of breaking down gameplay and understanding the core gameplay loop, the abstract at least on a basic level, you know. It's very interesting. I would like to make a game one of these days, so playing as many different type of games as possible and understanding what parts appeal to people is incredibly helpful. Anyways, before I keep rambling, thank you very much. I appreciate y'all. Also, thank you so much. I don't thank the people who give me the keys as well. I don't make any money doing this, if you want to know. I make pennies. Literally pennies. And yeah, so I can't afford to spend my own money on games to make the content because I make no money on it. And so I need people to give me free keys, and I'm really grateful for the people that approve my requests or offer me keys without me asking. I really do. I try to cover every game the best that I can. There's only a small handful I missed out on. And there's one game I got a key offer recently called Ast Hero, but there's a EULA talking about like it downloading ads and stuff, so I was like, maybe I don't want to install this. But yeah, thank you to whoever gave me the key. I really do appreciate it. I'm enjoying the crap out of this, so. Without the people giving me the keys, I can't do this. And without the people watching, I can't do this either, so I appreciate all of y'all. Anyways, that's gonna be it. And as always, hope you guys are staying safe and sane out there. And I'll catch you guys next time.